What's up, you guys? It's one only Quan back at again with another video. And today I will be discussing my top 10 WWE wrestlers of all time, like in my opinion, you know. Like this is my list, and it's not gonna be in order. It's just what I grew up watching, you know, as a little kid, you know. This is a completely new era now, you know, with the Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. They've been there for a while now, but grew up watching the Batistas, the Hardy Boys, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, Eddie Guerrero up until his death, you know, rest in peace. And yeah, man, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I watched Shawn Michaels toward the end of his era. Great wrestler. I'm gonna start off with Batista. I grew up watching Batista. Always rooted for him. His move was the Batista bomb. He's just really strong, like his physique and everything. He looked like a superhero, you know, so I really admired his in-ring work. He had moves like the Spine Buster. His finisher was a Batista bomb, obviously. One of my most memorable matches when he had that Punjabi prison match against the Great Khali. Great matches, dude. It was just full of nostalgia, and it looked like the Great Khali was gonna win, but then Batista managed to jump from one of the, because it's like this cage made out of bamboo sticks. Yeah, he managed to jump from one end to the other, from one cage to the other, and then he managed to beat the Great Khali, you know, exiting the Punjabi match. And that match was memorable to me. And then I also remember the WrestleMania 23 match against the Undertaker, making the Undertaker 15-0. You know, I really wanted Batista to win, but obviously Undertaker had more to prove because he was already a legend then, but you know, the streak at WrestleMania continues, you know, so they had to keep that story going on, you know, up until they broke it. And then, but yeah, man, I enjoyed Batista, you know, his matches. And then he left for a brief moment, came back with the company, and he was doing Evolution again with Randy Orton and Triple H. I guess he got tired of it. You know, obviously he was getting older. His in-ring work is gonna be as polished, you know, as he was, you know, in the years back, because he's obviously getting old. But yeah, man, I really liked Batista. Moving on, man, I liked John Cena. Obviously a legend. I don't know how long he has left. He's in Hollywood, transitioned to Hollywood. One of my most memorable matches, man, was in Backlash 2007. After WrestleMania 23, it was Backlash. That Fatal 4-Way, man, it was just awesome. I need to go back and rewatch these wrestling matches, but yeah, whenever that Fatal 4-Way, it was Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton, Edge versus John Cena, you know, for the WWE Spinning Championship belt. That was my favorite WWE Championship belt of all time. The spinning one is just a classic. A lot of people say it didn't look good on all the wrestlers, but you know, John Cena made it, you know, customized it for him. But that Fatal 4-Way match, the way it ended, it was just awesome. Shawn Michaels, I can't remember exactly what happened throughout the match, but I can remember the end. It's obviously memorable. But I remember John Cena getting Sweet Chin Music by Shawn Michaels, and I forgot who John Cena landed on. It was either Randy Orton or Edge. John Cena fell, and then the ref is like, oh, John Cena's on top of, you know, who, I don't know, I forgot who, but he was on top of another wrestler, and 1, 2, 3, John Cena won, you know, retaining his belt. Oh yeah, that was awesome, dude. And yeah, another John Cena memory that I have is when he got injured and then he came back in the 2008 Royal Rumble. It was just one of the biggest comebacks of all time. Nobody expected him. The Royal Rumble is always a perfect opportunity for a wrestler to debut or come back from an injury. It was just awesome. I remember that moment as well. Top 10 GOATs of all time, you know, John Cena. Another superstar I grew up watching, Triple H, CEO of the WWE now, probably a higher position. I don't know what position he is now, but he's up there. But yeah, Triple H, man, with his awesome entrances. There was one entrance he came out like Terminator style. The last one I can remember is when he was riding on a motorcycle and Stephanie was sitting behind him, and he just circled around the ring. You know, that was awesome too, man. There's so many great memories. He'll come out with a throne, you know, because he's the king, you know, the game. They made him look so badass, dude. And the way he'll come to the ring, take a sip of his water, and then spit it out. It was just awesome, dude. It's really, man, they're really good at like making these wrestlers look like more, of course their physique, you know, already adds to it, but they just make them look so badass. Then when you're playing a video game, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, one of my favorite video games of all time back then. Haven't touched the WWE 2K game since, you know, but my brother's the one that plays the video games the most, you know, but yeah, man, Triple H, just so many great matches, man, that he had. And him and Shawn Michaels, you know, D-Generation X. It was cool, man. But yeah, then Rey Mysterio, man. Rey Mysterio is just incredible, you know, the 619. And one of my most memorable matches that I can remember, man, was WrestleMania 22. It was a triple threat match. Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle, Randy Orton. Yeah, and I remember that match. I always like to go and rewatch it, dude. Rey Mysterio came out with that attire with the eagle, big ass thing over his head, man. He just came out, and he was part of the cruiserweight division, you know. But man, they let him win the world heavyweight title that year. And that match was always gonna be sticking in my head, you know. And then another memory I have was when Rey Mysterio was getting Khali vice grip. The Great Khali had the vice grip on him, and he was just squeezing his head, and you could see blood coming out, and they just made it look so real. I was just like, somebody help him, you know? Like, I was a little kid, I was just like, somebody help him, like, how can they let that happen? And I think Batista came out late, but he was too late. Rey Mysterio was bleeding out of the ring. I was just like, damn, they made it look so real. We'd go to Best Buy and buy these DVDs, and there was this 3-pack, it was a 3-disc pack of Rey Mysterio memories, and I watched Rey Mysterio wrestle Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc back in WCW. He was wearing this purple attire. He was just so badass. He had so many great matches against Eddie Guerrero, tag team with him. When Rey Mysterio brought out his family, his daughter Dominic Mysterio, who's a great wrestler now. Yeah, that's cool, man. He's keeping up with the tradition of the family, you know, the wrestling gene in him, you know. I remember when CM Punk was cutting a promo, he was berating Rey Mysterio in front of his family. It was just like, dude, they sell that so perfect, dude. And the feud he's had with Dominic Mysterio, his own son, you know, making Dominic Mysterio a heel, turning against his dad, like Eddie's my real dad, this and that. It's just so cool, man. These stories that they're able to tell, you know, it's awesome. And then Rey Mysterio, he has like 2 more years left, and yeah, I can't wait to see more great matches or whatever he has left in the tank, you know. But yeah, Rey Mysterio is a GOAT up there for sure, man. The Undertaker, of course, man. The Dead Man. I remember watching these previews of the matches and stuff. Like, I remember when Unforgiven was his thing also. Like, they would make some pretty badass videos, good editing skills with The Undertaker, like making it so suspenseful, like the Dead Man, you know. Oh, that one actually, it was so believable, you know, like then. As you get older, you know, obviously find out, oh, you know, this and that, but it's just awesome, you know, the way the choreography of it. A great memorable match that I remember, him against Batista. I wanted Batista to win, but Undertaker won, you know, and the next year he faced Edge, and then he kept the streak going, you know, making it 16-0 and then 17-0. And yeah, I think his last match was that Boneyard match against AJ Styles, and yeah, the Undertaker won. You know, he left with his own terms. There's just so much respect. I remember there was this DVD that I got. It was 15-0 the Undertaker, and I watched him wrestle against Giant Gonzalez, King Kong Bundy. There's just so many wrestlers he faced. Mark Henry. He faced Mark Henry in a casket match and he won. There's just those buried alive matches. I actually thought they were believable, you know, but I was just like, you know. But yeah, the Undertaker's up there, and then the next one is The Rock. And the way we found out, me and my brother, about the WWE is my mom take us to Best Buy, like I said earlier, and she'll buy these DVDs. We got the one of The Rock. We saw this CD. It came with like a 3-pack. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, and we'd watch the Rock moments, you know, in the Attitude Era, and he would cut some badass promos. Whenever he made fun of the Big Show, he made fun of Razor Ramon, the NWO, the New World Order. He was making fun of him. And then yeah, I watched the Rock movies as well, the Scorpion King, remember the Mummy. That was just CGI effect, but yeah, I remember watching The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. And it was just funny watching The Rock whenever he cut that promo of Hollywood Rock. He was just doing whatever, you know, with the crowd. You know, people hated him 1 second and then people loved him, you know, the next moment. He was just so funny, man. He was so good on the mic. Him and that Stone Cold feud they had, it was just awesome, dude. Yeah, man, I want to go back and rewatch all those moments. I just rewatched the other day whenever he had the Rock concert and Stone Cold and came and beat him up. Like, he was a good seller, dude, The Rock. He was one of the best sellers in the industry. Really good at selling, making you look good, you know. But, I'm happy the Hollywood Rock is back. I'm excited for WrestleMania 40. And then moving on, I really liked watching Jeff Hardy. I loved his merch. I love his t-shirts. Now he's in AEW. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed watching Jeff Hardy when he held that WWE Championship belt. I love them as a tag team with him and his brother Matt Hardy. It was just good moments, man. I remember there was one segment he came out. I think it was a SmackDown. He came out and then because the fireworks or the pyro, something messed up and then it hit him in the eye. And I really felt bad. I was like, oh damn, man, what's wrong with Jeff Hardy, you know? Oh, another moment, man. WrestleMania 23, man, when he jumped off the ladder and he landed on Edge, I was just like, damn, that was awesome. It was incredible. He used to always do crazy stunts, involved in so many ladder matches against the Dudley Boys. And then another memorable match. Well, I forgot, was it a match? Yeah. It was against Randy Orton. And then, I don't know, it was like a crane. It was this metal looking crane and he got up on it. And he kept climbing up. And he did like a big swanton bomb. Or was it a swanton bomb? Yeah, the swanton bomb on Randy Orton. Like, it was so freaking... Man, ain't no way he landed on top of him. Because they didn't even show it that he landed on top of him. They just showed it. And then, I don't know, it looked like he landed on top of him. But I'm like, they cut it, you know. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, man, I love Jeff Hardy. Hopefully he's able to retire on his own terms, you know, with AEW. And then another one, next one, moving on to the next one is CM Punk, the best in the world. I used to hate him as a heel, you know, because with that straight edge thing, wasn't really a big fan then. But then I liked when CM Punk was a babyface when he won the Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania 24 and WrestleMania 25. I wanted him to win in WrestleMania 23, but Mr. Kennedy won. But yeah, man, I like CM Punk on the come up, you know. And I like him now today, man. Like, CM Punk held the WWE title for 434 days, and then he lost it to The Rock he lost it against The Rock. I forgot what pay-per-view, but he lost it against The Rock in 2013. And then CM Punk just exited it, and then 10 years later he's back, you know. And he looks in great shape, and hopefully he's able to come back. Well, he's recovering right now, but I think he's going to be a commentator at WrestleMania 40, and I'm looking forward to see when he recovers. I think he tore his tricep. And then another one, man, Randy Orton. Randy Orton, dude, one of the best heels of all time. Remember when he had beef with Vince McMahon? And Stephanie, like the whole McMahon family, like he was just kicking everybody in the head, dude. It was just funny. I was just like, dude, it's so believable. Like, he was hated. Like, we love him now more than ever, but he was such a good heel, dude. He'll come out, like his entrances were memorable because he would just come out with this sinister look on his face, like demeaning, you know. He sold that character so well, you know. It was great, dude. Like, when he had that feud with Dusty Rhodes, he slapped his dad, you know. I was just like, damn. And Cody Rhodes tried to step in. I remember that bull rope match really well. I'm trying to remember that triple threat match he had at WrestleMania 24. Oh, it was John Cena versus Triple H versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship belt. Yeah, that was such a hell of a match, dude. Like, there's just so many great matches. Like, I have to literally go back and watch these. And then now Randy Orton's gonna face in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 40 against Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. I think Logan Paul is gonna retain the title, but I would love to see you switch hands to Randy Orton. I'm pretty sure whatever they're gonna do is gonna make sense. And then moving on to another great heel that I hated, you know, but he was awesome at it. Edge, a legend, you know. Now he's in AEW, but Edge was a good heel, man. Back when he was with Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, dude, I hated them, dude. Like, when he had everything in his favor with Vicky Guerrero, made him into his girlfriend. Like, I don't know, it was crazy. The storylines were crazy, man. I remember Dolph Ziggler had a thing for Vicky Guerrero, and then Edge had a thing with Vicky Guerrero. I'm like, dude, what the heck y'all doing? Like, I'm just like, damn. Oh, they were crazy. But yeah, dude, I liked when Edge wrestled the Undertaker. It was WrestleMania 24. It was a great match. Edge just had that sinister look on his face, man, like Randy Orton. And then I remember Team Rated RKO. Yeah, that was cool, man. And I remember this, what's this crazy, dude? Monday Night Raw. They had a live, it was a memory. We bought this DVD set, Monday Night Raw, like the anniversary of Monday Night Raw. It was from, like 1990 something, all the way to 2007. My brother still has the DVD, I think. I don't know. I need to go look for it. But either way, it was like the most, I think it showed every Monday Night Raw on there. or the most memorable Monday Night Raws, you know. And one of the segments was when Edge was having sex with Lita, you know, under the sheets, you know. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, is this really going on? And then John Cena came and interrupted him. I was just like, what the hell is going on, you know? But yeah, there's so many memorable matches as well, dude. Like, and it's crazy that he had to retire, you know, for a very long time due to a neck injury. And then for him to be able to come back, Royal Rumble, 2020 Royal Rumble, it was just like, gave you goosebumps, you know. It was just, I was really happy for him to come back. And then, yeah, man, he had some great, memorable matches. And then Edge felt like they didn't have anything planned for him. He wanted to wrestle more talent, so he went to AEW. And yeah, man, that's my top 10 WWE wrestlers. This is my personal list. I appreciate all the support. If you like this video, please leave a comment, like it, and subscribe. And this is Wwe Superstars.